It's time. Time to get credit for the work you've done. Time to get the recognition you deserve. With Purdue Global, you can move forward in your career, for your family, and for yourself. You're worth the investment in yourself to earn a degree you're proud of, a degree that employers will respect. Purdue's online university is designed to support working adults like you who know it's never too late to accomplish your goals. It's never too late to make a comeback. It's time to start yours today at purdueglobal.edu.
Residents at Brightview Senior Living Communities enjoy enhanced possibilities, independence, and choice. Brightview Dulles Corner in Herndon offers vibrant senior independent living, assisted living, and memory care services through an array of daily programs and cultural events, chef-prepared meals, safety and security, transportation, resort-style amenities, and high-quality care. Everything you need is here. Discover more at brightviewdullescorner.com. Equal housing opportunity.
At Boost Mobile, passion and determination fuel what it means to get after it. That's why they've built their offers, keeping in mind those who go the extra mile. Boost Mobile has partnered with champions from across the nation to empower you with devices and service that won't break the bank. Join Boost Mobile and get after it. Switch to Boost Mobile now and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone, powered by America's largest 5G networks. See offer details at boostmobile.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, everyone. It's Amanda Rieger Green. Welcome to Soul Sessions. We find ourselves in the middle of the month, just before the winter solstice, or if you're in the southern hemisphere, the summer solstice. It is also full-on holiday season. Mercury is retrograde. Jupiter is slowing down in the sky. There's so much going on. It feels like a freaking Chinese finger trap. And that is really a great analogy for the energy. If you think about those Chinese finger traps where you put your fingers in them and the tighter you pull, the harder you pull, the tighter the grip gets, the tighter the vice gets. The energy is like that. So guess what you do? You push in. You do what is unnatural. You lean in. You do something paradoxical. What does that mean? How does it translate? In practical terms, I'll drill down into that. But what is coming up for you that feels like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place? Is it something you are reconciling with a friend? Are you frustrated professionally? Is your bank account stressing you out? Is your family overwhelming? Your responsibilities? Are you struggling health-wise? Whatever, pick one thing out that keeps rattling around in your mind and your heart, and you know what it is. We've all got a thing or two that keeps coming back up and will not release its grip. So think about that as your Chinese finger trap. Do you remember how I talked about checking in with your guides? Have any of you done that? Have you been working with your guides, the archangels, anything out there? Have you been asking for support beyond yourself? If so, how is that help supporting you? How are you seeing messages, support, new resources, aiding you in your Chinese finger trap? The answer to this and the practical solution is in the intangible. It's in thinking about where we receive support in the most unlikely of places. For me, a lot of times, this shows up very much in the mundane world. I can be driving, and I give this example a lot because I have all sorts of divine insights and aha moments when I drive, but I can be listening to something on the radio, just a regular radio station, and there's a commercial that comes on that all of a sudden answers a question or gives me a solution to something that has been frustrating me. Or I can be listening to a song. Maybe I'm listening to a podcast. I can also be having a conversation with a friend, and they're talking about something that they may be struggling with and how they're responding to it and working through it, and it may be the exact solution that I was looking for, and it may be in their language, the words they use. A lot of times words, specific words, will help me. So I don't know if I gave this example recently, but I'm going to give it to you as something that was a breakthrough moment for me. A couple of months ago, I was sitting in the airport, and it was just a series of events that had been frustrating, like setbacks, delays, everything. We make plans and God laughs. That's how that whole trip was. It wasn't anything that was earth-shattering or the end of the world, but there were setbacks and delays, and all the plans that were made had to be reformulated because of a series of events. I had a friend that ended up in the hospital, and we were in and out of 2 different hospitals in about a 24-hour period. And of course I was going to be there for her. And she ended up being okay. We were able to get it resolved. But, it threw off our plans for 24 hours, and there was no sleep. So it was like adulting, and life happens. There was no anger in any of that. It just was disruptive. But fortunately, she was okay. And then after that, when I was headed to the airport, my Uber driver got in a wreck on the interstate and I had to check a bag. Normally I don't check bags. I had a check bag, of course. So we were on the side of the interstate for 30 minutes and I had a check bag. Well, of course, I got to the airport late. I missed my flight. I was supposed to be home at 7:15 p.m. at night. Well, they were able to work me in on a different flight where I would arrive at 1:15 a.m. And it was $200 to change the flight, so I had to pay for it. It was just frustrating all around. But I remember I wasn't aggravated. I wasn't that, rude customer that was yelling at the person behind the desk. I was fine. It was like, okay, well, if I have to do this, fine. If this is the only option to pay the extra $200, if I have to sit in the airport from, 5:30 p.m. until my flight takes off at 11 p.m., that's fine. I can read. I can do a little work. I can grab something to eat. I was okay. I was glad I was safe. There was gratitude in that. I recognized in myself there was gratitude. So I'm sitting in the airport, I've eaten something, and I'm sitting there and I'm just like, gosh, what am I feeling? What is this feeling? And I could not put my finger on it. And I was tired and I kept saying, gosh, I'm not angry. I'm glad I'm safe. Yes, I'm tired, but what is this feeling? And I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. So I got on my phone and I found this app and it's like freetarot.com. And I thought I'll pull some tarot cards. You get like a 3-card spread. And I thought, let me do this and do a little journaling and see what cards come up and what's being asked of me to reflect. And sure enough, the first card I pull hit it nail on the head. I don't remember the card, but essentially the first line said you were experiencing extreme self-pity. And I didn't have to read the rest of the tarot card spread. Once I saw self-pity, it was like I was sitting slumped down and all of a sudden I was astute. Because I went from, it was the Chinese finger trap. I'm consternating over, I'm not angry, I'm not frustrated. Why can't I identify the emotion and what I'm feeling and trying to clean this out? I was really, it was in this like deep analysis. And I'm getting tighter and more frustrated that I cannot pinpoint what I'm experiencing and what is really eating my lunch. So I pulled the tarot cards and I discarded the rest of the tarot reading, by the way, which sure, it could have been additionally helpful. But once I read self-pity, that's what I was feeling. I was feeling sorry for myself. And I tell you what is amazing about that. Once I experienced that, my body language changed. I was astute. I was aware. All I needed was this sign from the universe that confirmed and explained what I was feeling. And I tell you what's funny about it. 2 things. One, I started doing some journaling on it and looking at how self-pity had been creeping in over the last handful of months and where I wasn't recognizing it, where I hadn't been ready to see it or process it. So I started thinking about it. And then, of course, where I go to is I start praying about it. I start intentionally saying, I am open to healing this. I am open to rooting this out. I'm willing to have it removed. Help heal me. Hey, guides. Hey, God. Hey, soul. Help me. I call in the troops. I need your support. Start clearing and cleaning this out. So I actually kind of got peppy. My mood got lighter in the airport. And next thing you know, they're calling my flight And I'm on Southwest and I'm the very last person. I'm like B61 or whatever it is. And I go to get in the line and this other guy and I are the last two. And he's like, oh, you can get in front of me. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm skipping you. Because it's like, we're the last two people. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, oh yeah, thanks. You're being so kind. And he's laughing. He's like, but girl, he's like, you look good. And I was like, what? And he's like, those boots, that coat. He's like, you're rocking it. And I smiled and I said, do you know what? I said, I needed to hear that because I am not feeling like I'm rocking it right now. My Uber driver got in a wreck. I was going off and I said, so the fact that you think I am rocking it out with this outfit, it wasn't so much about my outfit or what I was wearing or if I was rocking it out. He was feeding off of my energy that had already lifted and changed. If I was that person that was moping over to my 61 spot in the B61, because there was no C, just so you know, on Southwest. I know you're thinking, well, Amanda, there's a C. No, there was no C. We were the last two people. Well, he and I had the best conversation. We actually are now friends on Instagram. We have mutual friends. It was a whole thing. And just so you know, he actually wrecked his rental car too. He sideswiped a car. So he's like, you got in an Uber wreck. I sideswiped this. My flight was joyful because of him, but it was also because I sat in the airport and I said, whatever this feeling is, I need to know what it is because I need to heal it. And so that's the Chinese finger trap, by the way. I stopped forcing it, and then I started getting into some creative solution, asking for guidance, asking for help, and then I saw a domino effect in the energy field. The flight was great. It was delightful. I met a new friend. He lifted my spirits. I lifted his spirits. We were laughing. So it was like the grip and the vice got tighter, and all of a sudden, boom, fingers are released. The other thing that happened in the domino effect is, this was early November.
Let's face it, most people aren't making massive turkey feasts on the regular. And after 364 days of not thinking about it, it can be hard to get that bird just right. That's where Instacart, the holiday rescue app, comes in. From getting all the ingredients to prep a full seasonal spread to getting last-minute swaps in a turkey emergency, Instacart has everything a holiday host needs to save face and save dinner. And right now, if you download Instacart, you get free delivery on your first 3 orders and delivery in as fast as 1 hour. Offer valid for a limited time. $10 minimum per order. Additional terms apply.
Residents at Brightview Senior Living Communities enjoy enhanced possibilities, independence, and choice. Brightview Dulles Corner in Herndon offers vibrant senior independent living, assisted living, and memory care services through an array of daily programs and cultural events, chef-prepared meals, safety and security, transportation, resort-style amenities, and high-quality care. Everything you need is here. Discover more at brightviewdullescorner.com. Equal housing opportunity.
We all agree that reducing carbon emissions is a good thing, and once again, Toyota is leading the way. We hear a lot about fully electric vehicles, and Toyota has them, with more on the way, but we also know a BEV is not for everyone. Whether it's because of cost, range, or concerns about finding a charging station when you need it, plus the raw materials used to manufacture batteries are limited. Enter Beyond Zero, Toyota's vision for a carbon-neutral future, in vehicles and manufacturing plants too, in the years ahead. The materials used to make just one long-range battery for an EV could be used to make batteries for 6 plug-in hybrids or 90 gas-electric hybrids. That's why Toyota's position today is electrified, diversified, empowering you to choose how to reduce your own carbon footprint with the vehicle that's right for you, a hybrid, plug-in hybrid, or battery EV. So shop, learn more, and get details at toyota.com/beyondzero. Toyota. Let's go places.
This was early November. Within 3 or 4 weeks, I saw myself falling into self-pity, martyrdom, and victimhood multiple times. In the course of a handful of weeks, I saw where I would feel that energy again, and I'd say, oh, there it is. There's that self-pity again. And I did work on it. I journaled around it. I kept giving it to my guides and asking for support. And I tell you what, there has been a massive shift in my energy field in that one series of events. Where are you finding something in your life that is frustrating the heck out of you, that you cannot pinpoint where the pressure point is, why the vice is so tight? That's what I want you to look for, and I want you to do two things. One, ask your guides for help. Ask them, and ask them repeatedly to show you what it is, show you the missing link, show you that hidden treasure that once you figure it out, it's like, eureka, this is what I want to heal. This is what I'm ready to let go of. This is what I'm ready to transcend. Oh my gosh, why didn't I figure this out before? It's all about divine timing right now, and divine timing is not our timing. We make plans, God laughs. So all of that series of events was a divine setup, because I've had some massive healing and awakening and awareness, and I feel lighter and brighter because of it. And now when little bits of self-pity creep in, I'm like, oh, that's it. Or I see it clearer for clients, the self-pity now, because once I recognize something really clearly in myself, I can see it even more clearly when I read. So see where you can ask your guides for help, where you can say, okay, I'm going to pull an oracle card, or I'm going to sit and meditate for a few minutes, or I'm going to talk to a good friend and ask for some feedback. And someone will give you the nugget, the pearl of wisdom, and it usually is just a word, a sentence, a statement, and it can totally flip the script on your energy field, and it will release that tension in the Chinese finger trap. With the winter solstice, or if it's the summer solstice for you, that is the 21st. So it is such a magical time. The winter solstice denotes a change of season, which is about the winter. It's about going within. It's about reflection. It's about introspection. And we're in this extroverted period of the holidays and being pulled in multiple directions and responsibilities and the end of the year, all the layers of that. So again, and if you listened earlier in the month, we talked about how confusing the energy is this month. Again, like that Chinese finger trap, it is a push-pull energy. Mercury is retrograding. It's rewiring, redefining, revising the way we think about things, our goals, our beliefs, our outlooks. It's pulling the slingshot back farther so it gets tense and tight, and it's doing that so we can propel further into next year. So don't give up. The tighter the tension somewhere, the more opportunity you have to uncover hidden treasure for transformation and growth. Look for it. Wherever you're feeling that tension, that's where you want to explore. And the answer may not come to you in 15, 30 minutes like it did for me in the airport. It may take 2 or 3 days, but it will come to you exactly when you're ready to hear it, receive it, and you're ready to heal it. Trust that piece of it. So there's patience that's required. But also remember, this is not a time of charging forward. It's more a time of quality, internal quality, external quality, quality interactions, quality time, putting your attention and your intention somewhere with presence. That's really important right now. And the winter solstice, when the veil is thin, there's an opportunity certainly for working with your guides, for connecting to your soul and your higher self, deepening your spiritual walk. This has been a year of deepening. So what else needs to be? Where can you dig just a little bit deeper? But carve out some time if you can. If you remember back, I did an Epsom salt energy clearing. I would go back to that and use it. I did an Epsom salt energy clearing this morning. I did one yesterday too. It's that kind of energy where I want to keep cleansing and clearing my energy. And when I do it, I say, I am cleansing and clearing my energy. All aspects of me are here now. I am rooted. I am grounded. I know my value. I know my worth. I know I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. Whatever it is, use practices like the Epsom salt clearing right now, using your voice and your energy field, your intention, doing something ritualistically. That is very helpful. That will help give you some calm, some soothing. It'll help with some anxiety, also scattered energy where you're pulled in too many different directions and you may just feel overextended. It'll help on multiple levels, but it's also helpful on a spiritual level, on an up-leveling level, if that's even a thing. It'll help you up-level, and you may not see the results for another month. This is not about immediate results. This is about digging a little deeper, because why not? Because you're here and you can do the work and you're worth it. Roll up your sleeves, do a little bit extra work. I would use this time, and this is what I do for myself, is I would use this time as a great meditative time. And you don't have to do long meditations. Remember, meditation can be a walk. It can be sitting still. It can be lying in your bed in the morning or in the evening. It can be stopping, closing your computer and taking a few breaths for about a minute. Your breath is a great tool to ground and clear, to reset. Find something and do it consistently through the end of this month. Couple of things to support you in that. I am going to create, and it's already dropped on the feed, a short 3 or 4 minute meditation that is an open eye meditation. I think open eye meditations are profoundly empowering, because what it does is you keep your eyes open during the meditation and you fixate your eye on something. If you're sitting down, you can do it at a point on the carpet, about 45-degree angle, looking down, and you just stare. I do it a lot of times looking out the window or outside in nature, just staring at the trees, staring at the grass. I just stare at something and allow my eyes to get a little hazy and lose their focal point. And again, it's not a long meditation, but what you start to do is, first of all, you clear your vision. You start to entrain your internal eye with your external eyes. And it's also very healthy for the eyes, because oftentimes we're looking at screens and phones and computers, all sorts of things that are actually have damaging electromagnetic frequencies. We're not looking out at nature or allowing our eyes to rest. We basically allow our eyes to rest when we sleep. But this is a reset that's an active reset, and it's very intentional. And there are neurological studies that support this. So check out that meditation, but you can also do an open eye meditation when you turn on your meditation music, or you do it and you just allow your eyes to get out of focus and be okay with that discomfort. And a lot of times this can also be used as a divination tool. Do you remember those seeing eye pictures where the Statue of Liberty would appear? It's kind of like that. What appears? A lot of times when my gaze gets foggy like that, I will start to see things, because I'll start to see internally and externally, and I'll have an idea or an insight, or something will become clear that wasn't before. But it's also very soothing for the parasympathetic nervous system. Last but not least, if you want a little bit more juice, I've got an 18-day meditation that I released earlier this year. And the 18-day meditation has a morning meditation and an evening meditation. This set of meditations, and it's called an 18-day meditation dedication, is very intentional. They're about 7 or 8 minute meditations for the morning and the evening, and they are progressed and intentional in the way that I created them. And of course, it's 18 days. 1 + 8 = 9. It's 36 meditations. 3 + 6 = 9. It's very intentional as far as the code and the numerology. But if you're new to meditation or you need some consistency, I encourage you to go and use something like this. I'm going to put it on sale for the rest of the year through January 1st, and the code is Soul Sessions, and it'll be $20 off. It's something that you can use forever going forward, and you can find the ones you like, but I encourage you, especially for the solstice, to do something intentional. And through the rest of this Mercury retrograde, which ends on January 1st, it's a good time to use Mercury retrograde intentionally, because it's actually quite benevolent. It's rewiring and reframing our thoughts, our brain frequencies. It's, again, pulling back that slingshot if you can add some spiritual practices into this, whether it's talking to your guides, doing an open eye meditation, if that's new for you, cleansing and clearing your energy with Epsom salt, or really going a step further and doing something like an 18-day meditation, as that takes you into January, which gives you that beautiful overlap. Do it, whatever works for you. So the coupon code for $20 off is Soul Sessions. Again, do something, do it consistently between now and the end of the year. Talking to your guides, meditating, because that will help with the Chinese finger trap. And whatever it is that is coming up for you that is creating confusion, consternation, that just keeps rattling around, there is treasure to be found. There is breakthrough to be had. You just haven't dug deep enough yet. And I'm sure you've done the work. I'm sure you've tried every which way to figure this out. It's not about you and your willpower. It's about letting God in. It's about letting your guides in. And again, releasing the tight grip by leaning in, getting softer, getting quieter, letting things flow. And when you start to do that, that's when the domino effect of energy and magic starts to happen. Please reach out to us. Let us know if you've been connecting with your guides, any experiences you've had. The email for the podcast is podcast@soulsessions.me, not .com, .me. I know it's confusing. People have had questions, but reach out. Let us know what's going on. We want to do more Q&A and share listener feedback as we move into 2024. More on that to come. I hope you're all doing well. Definitely don't freak out about the Chinese finger trap energy. See how you can hack it. And the hack includes the divine. The hack includes your intuition, your higher consciousness, your higher self. You've got this. Be well, everyone.
Residents at Brightview Senior Living Communities enjoy enhanced possibilities, independence, and choice. Brightview Dulles Corner in Herndon offers vibrant senior independent living, assisted living, and memory care services through an array of daily programs and cultural events, chef-prepared meals, safety and security, transportation, resort-style amenities, and high-quality care. Everything you need is here. Discover more at brightviewdullescorner.com. Equal housing opportunity.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Now you can get a Walmart Plus membership, plus not pay for it, because it's included with Straight Talk wireless plans. You get free delivery with Walmart plus a Paramount Plus subscription included. Plus, you pay less for gas. That's a lot of pluses.
Only Straight Talk gives you unlimited 5G data and Walmart Plus included on select plans for free.
Straight Talk wireless, available at Walmart.
Requires service on Gold or Platinum Unlimited. One offer per eligible account. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. Additional terms apply.
Be a barbecue hero with delicious ultra-low net carb hero bread, buns, and tortillas. Soft and fluffy, high in fiber, and with 0 grams of sugar and up to 10 grams of protein. Coming in at under 100 calories per serving. Oh, and did I mention they taste like their mouthwatering traditional versions? It's enough to have the neighbors asking for seconds. Use code IHM10 for 10% off your first hero bread purchase at hero.co. That's IHM10 for 10% off at hero.co.